So we want to do 6.5 number 37, which says factor this thing, right? Okay, so if I want to factor this thing, I might think, I don't know, I only know so many forms, right? So is this thing a difference of squares? No. Okay, so what else might I try? What's the other one with an acronym?
Perfect.
Yeah, maybe it's a perfect square trinomial, right? It's at least got 3 terms, so at the very least it's a trinomial, right? Now I might wonder, okay, if it was a perfect square trinomial, I would like to think about this thing as something squared and that thing as something squared. Okay, so what do I multiply by itself to get 4x to the 10?
2x to the 5th.
Oh, yeah. Right, if I multiply the 2 times the 2, I get the 4. And then, why is it x to the 5th times x to the 5th is x to the 10th? Yeah, that's the adding exponent rule. Or here I could think about multiplying the exponents, right? If I distribute this 2 onto the pieces, I've got 2 squared, that's my 4, and then x to the 5th squared, multiply the exponent. Cool with that? All right, how about the other guy? What's this thing, if I thought about it as something squared?
3y to the 3rd.
Okay, the 3 I'm with. Explain the y to the 3rd.
Because you're adding the 2 3's to get 6.
Yeah, okay. We're thinking about what do we multiply this by? Yeah, if I multiply 2 y cubes together, I add them and I get y to the 6th. Or I could think about distributing the exponent again. I'll get the same thing. Okay, now if I've got this thing's that squared and this thing's that squared, what's the perfect square trinomial say? Okay, so the perfect square trinomial looks like squared squared plus triangle squared. And I've left this inside bit blank, right? What's the inside bit if this is supposed to be
triangle and
square plus triangle square? It's what?
2 square?
Yeah, it's 2 square triangle. Okay, so I'm wondering, right, if this is square and that's triangle, is 2 times x to the 5th times that times 2 this middle thing? Right, so I'm kind of wondering, maybe, is this middle term 2x to the 5th times 3y cubed times 2, right? Here I'm really thinking, right, this is square, triangle, and this 2 is, oh, yeah, that's just a 2, right? So is 2x to the 5th times 3y squared times 2 12x to the 5th y cubed?
Yep.
Oh yeah, it totally is. Okay, so this thing actually is a perfect square trinomial. So I can factor it as, so this thing is what?
2x to the 5th times 3y to the 3rd squared.
Close. 2x to the 5th plus 3y cubed, all squared. Right, it factors into square plus triangle squared. Cool? That's hard. These are tough. Spotting perfect square trinomials is really hard.
A question?
Yeah.
Why do you square all the numbers? Aren't you trying to multiply to 12? Right?
So really I'm checking, right? I'm not trying to seek 12. I'm just wondering, maybe this thing was a perfect square trinomial. So I'm wondering, like, okay, maybe it starts with something squared and ends with something squared. So I found out that if it does that, the thing it starts with is 2x to the 5th, and the thing it ends with is 3y cubed. Then I'm wondering,
Oh, you totally got rid of the 4x and the 9y in your final answer? Or did you not get to there?
This stuff includes all of those
Oh,
things.
okay.
Because if I FOIL this guy out, I'll get that stuff. Cool. Anything else? All right.